Have you ever looked at someone you love and felt something shift, like their spirit was quietly stepping back, even if their body was still here? I have, many times. I'm Dr. Elliot Graves. For more than 30 years, I've walked beside older adults and their families through every stage of aging, including the final one. And I've noticed something remarkable. When the end of life approaches, the body doesn't shout, it whispers. Today, I want to help you hear those whispers. In this video, I'll share 5 gentle signs that often appear in the final stretch of life, not to alarm you, but to offer peace, understanding, and guidance. Because when we know what to expect, we can stop fearing the unknown. We can be more present, more compassionate, more at peace. So let me ask you, have you ever seen someone close to you begin sleeping more, eating less, or pulling away from the world around them? Let's start there. Sign 1. Sleeping much more than usual. It often begins with fatigue, long naps, sleeping through breakfast, falling asleep mid-conversation. This is something I saw with Margaret, an 87-year-old patient who loved gardening. She used to be up at dawn, tending her roses. Then one day, she started sleeping until noon. And when she was awake, she was quiet, slower. Her daughter Lisa was concerned. "This isn't her, Dr. Graves. Something's wrong." But I told her something I want to share with you too. This isn't a sign of giving up, it's the body preserving its energy. Like a phone that's been charged and used for decades, it now needs longer to recharge. It's not a failure, it's nature. If someone you love is sleeping most of the day, the most supportive thing you can do is work with their rhythm. Visit during the hours when they're most alert. Let rest happen without guilt. Honor their body's timing. Have you seen this change in someone you care about? Sign 2. Eating and drinking less. The next sign is often one of the hardest for families to accept: a sharp decline in appetite and thirst. Thomas, a kind 92-year-old man, had always looked forward to his Sunday pot roast. When his son noticed him barely touching his plate, he brought him in, worried. He always had seconds. Now, he doesn't even want the first bite. This change feels alarming, but it's natural. As the body slows down, it doesn't need as much fuel. The digestive system becomes more sensitive. The body simply doesn't ask for food in the same way. Instead of large meals, try offering small portions of favorite dishes at times when they seem most alert. A spoonful of pudding, a tiny bite of something sweet, even just holding a popsicle. And hydration? Don't force it. If drinking becomes hard, ice chips or a damp cloth on the lips can help. Food at this stage is less about nutrition and more about comfort. Let go of the urge to push, gently offer, and cherish the smiles those small bites might bring. Has this happened in your family? How did it feel to watch it unfold? Sign 3. Pulling away from the world. This third sign can be subtle, but deeply emotional. I remember Patricia, 84, always the life of the party at her retirement community. Game nights, dinner dances, holiday crafts, she loved them all. Then, over a few weeks, her daughter noticed a shift. Patricia stopped coming to events. She turned down visits from her grandchildren. "It's like she's drifting away," her daughter told me. But this kind of withdrawal is not always sadness or depression. Often, it's something deeper. As the body slows, the spirit begins to turn inward. Many older adults begin reflecting, not just remembering their life, but processing it, reviewing their joys, their regrets, their meaning. Some begin to speak less, not because they're upset, but because they are busy within. If you notice this in someone you love, try not to pull them back out. Instead, sit beside them, hold their hand, let the silence be okay. Ask gentle, open questions like, "What's something you're proud of?" Or, "What's been on your mind lately?" Sometimes these moments open a doorway to beautiful, unexpected conversations. Have you seen this shift from active to quiet, from social to still? What did you feel in that moment? Sign 4. Seeing what we cannot see. This next sign often catches families by surprise. Eleanor was 91 when her granddaughter called me in a panic. She keeps talking about going on a trip. She says her mother is waiting for her. But decades ago, what Eleanor was experiencing is more common than most people realized. In the weeks or days before passing, many seniors begin to talk about travel, about homecomings, about visits from people who are no longer alive. They might describe a bright light, a beautiful garden, a doorway. From a medical perspective, it may be due to bridges, but from a spiritual view, it may be something more. Whatever you believe, what matters is this: these experiences are real for the person having them. Don't try to correct or argue. Instead, try asking, what is the place like? Or does it feel peaceful there? You'll often find that these visions bring comfort, not fear. One woman once whispered to me, "My sister is here. She's been waiting. I'm not afraid anymore." These moments can feel mystical. They can feel sacred. Let them be what they are, a soft opening to something we may never fully understand. Have you ever heard someone speak this way near the end of life? Sign 5. Changes in the body. The final sign is physical, and for many, it's the hardest to witness. Helen, who was 98, had hands and feet that felt cold, even under warm blankets. Her breathing became uneven quiet, then suddenly deep. Her skin developed purplish patches, like a soft watercolor painting over her knees and feet. These are the signs the body gives as it begins to slow its circulation, focusing only on the most vital organs. Breathing may change, skin may lose color, temperature may shift. You might notice a pattern called chain Stokes, moments of no breath, followed by faster, deeper breaths. It can be frightening to watch, but it doesn't usually cause discomfort. In fact, most people near the end are not suffering. They are simply drifting. You can help by offering warmth, repositioning gently, moistening dry lips, and just being there. This is also the moment when hospice teams become an incredible support system. They know how to guide families through every small change. Have you ever been with someone during this stage? What stayed with you? Bringing it all together. Let's take a breath and look back at what we've uncovered. The 5 signs that often appear near the end of life are: 1. Sleeping much more than usual. 2. Eating and drinking less. 3. Withdrawing from people and becoming more introspective. 4. Describing visions or speaking of symbolic journeys. 5. Experiencing physical changes like cold limbs, mottled skin, or altered breathing. Not everyone will show all of these signs. They may not appear in the same order, and each person's final chapter is uniquely their own. But understanding these shifts can transform fear into compassion, confusion into clarity. It can turn the unknown into something deeply human and even beautiful. You see, the body knows how to say goodbye. It's not an emergency, it's a transition. As loved ones, our role is not to stop these changes, but to walk beside them, to listen, to comfort, to respect the pace and rhythm of this last journey. A message from my heart to yours. After decades of sitting at bedsides, I've come to believe something simple yet profound. Dying is not just a medical event, it is a deeply human moment. And in those moments, what matters most isn't a cure, it's presence. So if you're sitting beside someone who's slipping away, I want to tell you something important. You do not need perfect words. You do not need to fix anything. You simply need to be there, hold their hand, sit in silence, remind them they are loved, that they mattered, that their life had meaning. That is enough. That is everything. And if you're noticing these changes in yourself, I hope today's words bring you peace, not fear. You are not alone. And this chapter, like everyone before it, is part of your story. A gentle invitation. I would love to hear from you. Have you seen any of these signs in someone close to you? Or maybe you've been sensing some of them in your own life. Your story matters. You can share it in the comments. I read each one with care. If this video helped you understand or feel more at peace, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I post every week stories, insights, and gentle guidance from my 30 years of walking with older adults and their families. Next time, I'll be talking about something surprisingly simple: clothing, and how what we wear can either support our confidence or quietly take it away. The video is called "Clothing Mistakes That Age You and Hurt Your Confidence." You might be surprised how much a few small changes can help you feel more like yourself again. Until then, be kind to yourself, be present with those you love, and remember, even in this final season of life, there is beauty, meaning, and connection. Always.